All right. Hans Thomas over here with Breadman. How's everything going for you this morning, man?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man. Still buzzing from this last weekend, man. That was a hell of a fight, but nobody cared about what I
Man,
think. We're all here
they
to
were bumping.
yeah,
They were
nobody cares
bumping,
about what I
man.
think. They all want to hear what you think. So what was your thoughts on the main event, man? Break it all down for me.
I thought it was an excellent fight, man. I did. I thought Morrell showed a ton of heart. He showed a world class chin. He's a real strong kid. Um, he got a lot of fight in him. He a couple of times he looked like he was about to like take a knee from no uppercuts and body shots, and then the next thing you know, he was slinging them. And he tried to close strong. If you're going to lose a fight, you want to lose giving that kind of effort. We've seen guys get in that same kind of fight and find a place to lay down, and he fought his butt off. So I'm sure his team is proud of him. And Benavidez is the pound for pound guy, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. He's one of the 10 best fighters in the world. People
Does
don't want to go through that kind of havoc and that kind of chaos and that kind of just fighting spirit. You got to keep a dude like that off of you all night long. Body, head. He's mean as hell. You hit him with a big shot. He got buckled a couple times. He wasn't gun shy. He came right back. Um, and Morel's a strong dude, man. I trust me, he's a strong guy. He got a vice grip handshake. Probably, a little bigger than Benavidez. But Benavidez, his work rate and his meanness is just on another level. And he don't get a credit for his boxing ability and some clever stuff that he do, man. But it's hard to hit him clean with a gunshot. He know how to contort his body. He's not a defensive specialist, but he catch punches good. He contorts his body. He know how to take some steam off his shots. He got real good hands where he know how to like parry and stuff. He nice. He one of the best fighters in the world. 100% he should be in the top 10 pound for pound.
is can you see things playing out um a little bit differently in like let's say 2 more years? Morel's 27, Benavidez is 28. Like, can you see things playing out a little bit differently 2 more years from now?
It's possible because with Benavidez's style, honestly, that style don't have a lot of longevity,
Mm.
and the willpower and the energy and the shape that you have to get, put out to get your success and the shape that you have to get in the gym to be successful with that style. You got to go 100 miles an hour all the time. And guys that have a lot of longevity in the sport, they're usually smooth and they don't have to take that much contact like the Bernard Hopkins. So, um, you know, Benavidez is one of those guys. He might be real good at his peak, and then he gotta be careful after that. Like Mike Tyson was a guy. He was good at his peak, but because of his twitchy head movement and stuff like that, that don't last until your mid 30s. So, um, it could be. I don't know. We got to see. But the way David fights, I don't know if he's going to be the same guy in his mid 30s because he got to fight so hard and so much energy, and he does take punishment. So it's a possibility. Who knows?
Is he taking, because I see exactly what you're saying. Guys like that take so many shots, but at least from my untrained eye, like yourself, is he taking like that much punishment? Because it looks like he catches so many of these shots. Like he's not really
No,
getting
he
beat.
does. He does, but he's still getting what I mean by that. I'm not like criticizing his defense. I think he has good defense for his style. I
Mm,
always equate defense for what style you fight. So a guy like David Benavidez, he's going to get hit more than a guy like Shakur Stevenson. They fight two different fights. So
mhm.
I always equate defense to a style. David got good defense, but he still gets hit. He still has to have violent sparring. You know what I mean? His body is still feeling the impact of those punches. And it's not just a punishment per se, even though that's a big deal. It's what you got to go through to get in shape when you fight like that. You know what I mean? A lots of rounds of sparring. He probably's got to spar a freakish amount of rounds more than the average fighter because of the way he fights. So all of that just the toll of boxing 200-300 rounds in the gym and all that kind of stuff, eventually it takes its toll on you. And again, guys that fight balls to the wall 100 miles an hour, a lot of times they don't have a lot of longevity. You know, Manny Pacquiao, you know, it's a once in a lifetime type of fighter. Even Joe Calzaghe kind of got out of the game like, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this. You know what I mean? And he was in his mid-30s. So you asked me, do I think the fight could be different in a couple of years? It's a possibility. I don't know. I got to see how much Morrell progresses too. He got to get better. He got to shore up his defense because Benavidez's defense was a lot better than Morrell's. You know what I mean? And Morrell's supposed to be, you know, the more talented fighter and come from the Cuban school of boxing or whatever. But Benavidez had better defense. Morrell was just kind of shelling up, and he was taking a lot of shots, those uppercuts, body shots. So we got to see. He will have to improve a lot, and then Benavidez will probably have to decline so they could meet at a place where Morrell could beat him. But who knows? You know, 2 years is a long time in boxing.